What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, this time on the iPhone 6 and why I sold it. Yeah, this is the iPhone 6. I got the leather case on here, but this is actually going to go with the sale. But I want to tell you why I sold this. I actually just sold this phone, and after this video, I'm sending it off to a new home and a new owner here of this iPhone 6. Now, you've noticed on the channel that I just got this guy and we did a couple of videos on it, but I want to tell you the reason I'm selling it. And I'm going to tell you why in this video, and the goal of this video is to help you in your purchase decision, because a lot of people buy these things, these iPhones. So, you might be watching this channel and be thinking about getting a 6, and I think if I share my experience, it might change your mind a little bit or help you out a little bit in that quest. Now, the iPhone 5S has been my baby on the channel. Obviously, you've seen, and a lot of you, the iPhone 5S is your baby in terms of your phone, the phone you use. It's not a person, but you know what I mean. It's your baby. But so why did I sell the iPhone 6? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like it's severely behind for the price I paid for it. Now, I want to let you guys know that I paid over 400 bucks for this thing. Now, I'm going to tell you the exact price, but I paid over $400 for this iPhone 6. And it's because it's not this is a 64 gig, so this is the premium, more premium iPhone. You could buy a 16 gigabyte, that's this budget iPhone basically. So this is the more premium 64 gigabyte phone. But the reason I sold this is because it's so similar to the 5S, I didn't notice a big difference. Now, if you do follow the channel, you know I got the iPad Pro, which has the A9 chip in it, the newer A9 series CPU, and that thing is noticeably faster. The camera on the iPad Pro is like the 6S, that's noticeably different, but this thing is like almost identical to the 5S, and I just could not justify spending over 400 bucks for a phone that doesn't really give me what I feel is $400 worth it. Now, a lot of people, they want this phone because the design, the iPhone 6 looks just like the 6S, but let me tell you, this phone is nothing like the 6S in terms of the way it performs and stuff. And I've used the SE, which has the A9 chip, and that thing is noticeably quicker. And I think it's a much better option if you want to spend around 400 bucks. The SE is definitely a better option than the 6, regardless of the design. Trust me, the camera on it is better, and the screen's about the same, but the camera on in the rear is much better on the SE, and it's much faster, much better battery life. So the first reason was the value proposition. I didn't feel like this phone was giving me $400 worth of phone, basically with all the options for $400 plus. Today and age, you got the OnePlus 3, you got Galaxies. I mean, I spent more money for this than I did for the Note 5, and the Note 5 has been way better than this phone in my opinion. And another reason I want to talk about now why I'm selling the iPhone 6 is the screen. The screen is less than 1080p, and for people who don't use 1080p phones yet, you won't notice that too much, but the screen is it's just not sharp. I can see pixelation on it. Yes, it's sharp, in terms of it's over 326 pixels per inch, but when you look at a 2K display or you look at a 1080p display constantly, or even the one on the iPad, this thing is definitely noticeably unsharp and kind of behind the times in terms of screen technology. If you put this next to a Samsung Galaxy S6 or S7, you will definitely notice that this guy right here is not as sharp. 9 out of 10 people would notice this, I believe. But that's just my opinion. The screen just not as sharp here on the iPhone 6. And for 400 bucks, that wasn't cutting it. Another reason why I sold the iPhone 6 is because the camera. The iSight 8 megapixel camera on the iPhone 6 is hands down, unless you're a camera expert looking at every little detail, 9 out of 10 people I think would see the iPhone 5S picture and see the iPhone 6 picture and would say, that is the exact same quality. And that's on both front and back. So in terms of, this is basically the iPhone 5S in a different design. So that's how I felt about the phone. And I wanted it because of, or I needed the more storage in the iPhone 6 for taking pictures. And because the camera wasn't impressive, I didn't even care that I had more storage because, I'm using a Note and the Note's camera is way better. The camera, I want it to be amazing if I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures with it. So you might be thinking I'm just bashing Apple and I don't like Apple, but I really actually do love the Apple products. Why do you think I have an iPhone 6 or an iPad Pro or a 5S? Because I like the Apple products. Do I like them better than Android? No. Do I like Android better than Apple? No. Do I like them all equally? Yeah, I like them all about the same. I even like Windows equally. I just wish Windows had more apps on its, app store. And what's another reason why I sold the iPhone 6? The battery life. I'm sorry to say it, but the battery life, it's maybe slightly better than the 5S, but it's still shit in my opinion. If you put it up to the SE, I used the SE, it was hard to kill that thing in one day. The SE's got some extraordinary battery life. The 6 Pluses of the world probably destroy this in battery life, haven't tried that. So yeah, that's my big three reasons basically why I sold the iPhone 6 is screen. It wasn't impressive. The camera was not impressive. And the what else was I gonna say? The value proposition. This is a cash cow now for Apple. If you go to the Apple website and you scroll over to iPhone 6, this thing's still over 500 bucks. And Apple knows that most consumers won't notice the difference between the iPhone 6 and the 6S, but if you're watching this video, you're a wise one and you will notice. But you're getting much cheaper internals in here, and it actually costs much less for them to produce this phone than it does the iPhone 6S. So they're just getting you on this one if you decide to get the iPhone 6 in an Apple store right now today. This will probably be eliminated once the iPhone 7 comes out. It'll probably be the iPhone 7, 6S, and SE. But for now, you can still walk into an Apple store and buy this guy, and I would highly recommend that you don't. But that's just from my experience. Now, if you got a buddy or you got somebody selling you this on the cheap, I would say 300 and under, maybe even 330-ish max. Maybe if you go over 350, you're definitely too high on this phone, in my opinion. If you go over 350, you're too high on this phone. But anything over 350, I would not recommend you to purchase this phone. But yeah, the iPhone 6 is gone. No more iPhone 6 for this channel. But don't be so quick to think that I'm not gonna be doing iPhone videos, because I got the 5S, and it's been proven that the 5S is still a hot phone. But I'm probably gonna be trading this phone to get either an SE or a 6S Plus, or maybe even a 6S, because I really like the phone. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a horrible phone. It's a nice design, it's premium, and actually, in reality, the Samsung devices in person, they look better, in my opinion, than these right now. I think Samsung is highly outclassing Apple right now, and they need to catch up. That's my opinion. I'm not a Samsung fanboy. I just, from my experience, I see glass and metal. To me, to my eye, it looks better than iPhone 6 series devices right now. But like I say, I will be trading this for either a 6S Plus or an SE possibly. And I might not even do that. I'm still thinking about it. But yeah, those are the reasons why I sold my iPhone 6, and no more iPhone 6 on this channel for now. And if you have an iPhone 6 and you have anything to say about it, drop it down below in the comments section. This might upset a few iPhone 6 users, but you know what? This is my experience, and if you don't like it, too bad. But you could share your experience down below. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap this video up. Goodbye, iPhone 6. We'll see you later. Let me know which phone you would choose if you were choosing between the iPhone SE and the iPhone 6 Plus. I hope this helped you out, and if you're looking for an iPhone 6, this helped you out in deciding if you want to pick one up. And anyways, have a great day wherever you are. Be sure to be well, and peace. Hey, no, 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 hey, no, no.